Hadi Malaeb, who is the CEO of Agora Group. So Agora's mission is to facilitate international trade by connecting companies across continents and enabling access to market funds. Hadi, I'm going to pass the floor to you to introduce yourself and talk about your little bit on your topic as well. Over to you, Hadi. Thank you. You're on mute. Talking about alternative.
Thank you, Sonny. Does this work now?
Yes. Alternative investments, VC investments in crypto and blockchain. Yeah, we can hear you now. Thank you.
Okay, great. So again, a quick introduction. My name is Hadi Malaeb. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Agora Group. Agora Group is based in Dubai, and we are extremely active in the blockchain investment ecosystem. We are the organizers of the Global Blockchain Congress, through which we have helped startups raise more than $100 million in the last years from international and regional investors in the Arab world. I will be discussing today, hopefully, the landscape of investments and alternative investment in the Arab region. Give you some figures about how much money is being poured into disruptive technology startups, and how does that compare to 2019, and where do we go from here after the COVID-19 crisis hopefully is over.
Thank you, Hadi. Thanks for the introduction. The second keynote speaker, we have Randeep Melhi, who is an independent consultant. Randeep has been helping large, complex organizations reconcile with the blockchain technology for over 5 years now. He has successfully spearheaded projects in several industries like finance, real estate, GovTech, smart cities. So he's going to talk about investments into the ICOs and IOs and traditional investments as well. Over to you, Randeep, with the start of the short introduction and your topic as well. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Thank you for the kind introduction, Sunny. It's also very kind of you to call me an independent consultant. Basically, me and some of my team members are actually spinning out, in the process of spinning out from our parent company. But what we are is effectively, we are a management consulting firm specializing in blockchain products. So as Sunny mentioned, we've touched many industries: supply chain, manufacturing, airlines, and GovTech, and brought a lot of these projects to market, some of which included a coin offering, some which did not. So I'm bringing a kind of more institutional lens here today. And hopefully we can discuss that further and see how the industry is evolving based on the situation. Thanks.
Fantastic. Thank you. So the next keynote speaker we have is Giampaolo Parigi, who is the chairman at Parigi Family Office, who is an entrepreneur, investment banker, PE, VC, team builder, coach, and a visionary. So today, again, his strengths are discussing the investments in crypto, tokenized assets, and the regulations around it. Over to you, Giampaolo. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sunny. Hello, everyone. Giampaolo Parigi here. And yes, we will discuss today and be happy also to hear your opinions and take any questions regarding the current trends that we are seeing in the tokenized business. Coming from an investment banking background, of course, we understand compliance and how compliance is important not only to prevent and to mitigate the risks of frauds, but also to empower companies that have to attract larger investors to attract those larger investors with greater security. Because, capital is committed by and large if it's safe to commit capital. So if the conditions exist besides and beyond the merits of a company to place capital into that environment. So we will discuss more along these lines today, and back to you, Sunny. Thank you.
Excellent, awesome. So the next speaker we have is Ali Amirliravi, who is the CEO and the founder at Silk Road Coin and the founder at LGR Crypto Banker. So Ali is a professional international banker and commodity trader with an expertise in oil, gas trade in Middle East and Russian economics and energy markets. So his topic today is crypto banking, which is very interesting. So over to you, Ali. Thank you.
Thank you. So first of all, I would like to give a bit background about me. I'm Ali Amirliravi. I'm coming from the banking industry and actually the commodity trading, oil and gas trading and gold business across Middle East and CIS countries. And also I'm an active person in the Silk Road. It's about a few years we are officially active in the Silk Road countries and Belt and Road Initiative of China. That's being operated for a few years in this community. I am an official member of the Silk Road Chamber of International Commerce and also close working with China Council for promotion of international trade. And so here I would like to say what is the key important role of the crypto banking, especially based on comparing to the traditional banking and also based on the COVID-19's problem. That's the crypto banking can play a big role in the industries for and fix many problems in the market, especially after the COVID-19 pandemics. So here I would like to speak about this.
Excellent. Thank you, Ali. I would personally would like to know more as well on that space. So we would now move on to the pitch competitions by SPARTRON and Be Faster, two amazing projects. I would now pass the floor to my co-moderator, Nadia, to moderate it. Thank you.
So we start our pitch competition, and Kavita, are you ready to present your project?
Yes, I am.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Just start with the slide sharing and the brief introduction.
I'll do the share screen. Yeah. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone, wherever you are, in whichever time zone. This is Kavita Pandey. I am from SPARTRON.io. This is, SPARTRON in conjunction with LATOKEN that we are launching this IEO. And I am the Chief Operating Officer of SPARTRON.io blockchain casino. So just getting on with what is happening in the current scenario, we are in the midst of changing times. As the world has assured in a new year in 2020 with fresh hopes for the future unknown to anyone, a virus has actually swept across the world and is on the time horizon. So the coronavirus COVID-19 has been on everyone's mind in the last few months, and these changing times is making the world rethink the way business is going to be conducted and humans interact. The internet has been a pivotal part of the way people have communicated with one another over the last decade. Now with the spaceless problem comes the uncertainty in financial markets. The crypto community, in light of the 2008 market crash, gave rise to the Bitcoin and decentralized cryptocurrencies. Here is a chance to make an opportunity in these times of uncertainty again. So what is the present status of the entertainment industry? The pandemic poses a serious threat to various industries and businesses. Casinos and entertainment industries are unspared by the wrath of this menacing virus. Global shift in demand for land-based casinos is propelling because prominent casinos in the Las Vegas, Atlantic City, and Macau have shut down. Cinemas and theaters have also closed down globally. The future of the entertainment and gaming industry is now virtually going virtual. Online casinos are both recession-proof and virus-proof. So culture of people working from home means more drive towards social media, online gaming, and entertainment to find alternative sources of liquidity. This is a picture from Macau. Casino Macau is all deserted, and a similar situation in Las Vegas. At a time, one time this was inundated and replete with activity. Now it's all running barren because these are all land-based physical casinos. So what is SPARTRON? It's a next generation platform for iGaming, gambling, and sports betting. We utilize the Tron network blockchain to introduce a layer of live dealer casino gaming for fun, fast, provably fair, and immersive gaming experience. A combination of blockchain technology, live dealer gaming, and our own network of cryptocurrencies will position SPARTRON as the future of Tron-based gambling dApps. We are unlocking a new layer of decentralized gambling in ways never possible before. Players will enjoy live interaction with dealers and other players in one secure, fair, and a very comfortable environment. So we have a groundbreaking technology here. Through partnerships with leading live dealer gaming software providers, SPARTRON will be a first mover into the live dealer blockchain game space. We will offer a wide range of live dealer games and an improved experience for online gambling and sports betting alike. The SPARTRON platform will be built on the secure and flexible Tron blockchain network and incorporate a robust protocol for trustless and decentralized casino gaming, as well as live dealer module. So we are secure, immersive, entertaining, efficient, low cost, and provably fair. So token-powered players can earn Iron Bar tokens simply by playing games or watching short video ads. We are secure, building on the power of Tron network gives SPARTRON flexibility, transparency, and security. We are efficient, which is a unique proof of playing model creates earning opportunities for players. And immersive is a wide selection of gaming and blockchain technology using live dealer experience. So what is the leadership behind this? We have Precision Leads Media, which is basically manned by extraordinary people with the parent company based in the UK, which has a successful track record in offering targeted online traffic sources and digital advertising across the globe, across multiple different value chain, delivering high return investments in the digital and online marketplace. SPARTRON is designed as a new generation platform for live dealer games hosted on the blockchain. Its unique structure allows players to benefit from a fairer, more profitable, and user-friendly experience. The Tron blockchain-based online gaming platform with live dealer casino games has the capacity to become a genuine household name in the iGaming sector. Players will be given the option to view short video ads before they play the live dealer games. They will be rewarded with Iron Bar tokens for watching these ads. Our aim is to become a leading force in the Tron casino community and a unique interactive provider for live dealer games on the blockchain. A wide selection of live dealer roulette, baccarat, craps, sickbo, blackjack, unique household poker, and mining games will give players the ultimate iGaming experience. So what are our target markets? The target markets for online gambling will be worldwide. However, we will capture most target players and interest from the current robust markets like MACAU, Las Vegas, Asia, North America, and Europe. With the declining land-based casinos in the current environment, we hope to present a very interesting and viable solution to these target markets. As of 2019, between Las Vegas and MACAU, the overall revenue is $34 billion USD, which could be a target for all online casinos. So various forms of online gambling are legally permitted, or in cases not prohibited, by most countries all over the world. For ease of reference, below is a list of countries where online gambling is expressly prohibited. So this is basically just a list here, which one can go through if one is interested in having the pitch deck. I can share that with you. So the regulatory jurisdictions for licenses, we have been exploring this across different jurisdictions, and there are currently 158 online gambling jurisdictions, comprising both offshore gambling jurisdiction and internal jurisdictions. So we are looking at more explicitly at Malta and Curacao, although the options are manifold, because these are very all-encompassing jurisdictions, Malta and Curacao. So the iron model, SPARTRON will use the iron bars and iron coins tokens to power its economy and create incentive-based gambling. The iron coin is a security token. Not only is SPARTRON an example of how blockchain technology can handle such a format, but the platform also facilitates proxy mining processes for iron bars, where gambling and betting equates to transactions on the blockchain and results in cryptocurrency payouts for players. So created as a TRC20 cryptocurrency, iron bars can be earned when playing certain games or viewing ads on the SPARTRON platform through our proof of play mechanism. As iron coins will be distributed during SPARTRON's IEO, holders can choose to freeze the iron coins and receive TRX dividends, which is Tron dividends. Tron network. So the iron coin and iron bars are TRC20 tokens created on the Tron network, meaning they're easily convertible to Tron. Most casinos are currently built on the Tron network because it is speedy, fast processing time, and very well tested. And Tron has low volatility and is fluid. Finally, it can be easily converted to all major fiat currencies such as the USD, Euro, and GBP through centralized and decentralized exchanges. So let's look at a peer comparison as to where we stand with, vis-a-vis, say, some of the top leading online cryptocurrency casinos. So we have Wing, 888, Tron, and Rocket, and we're trying to see, how or demonstrate how we can definitely and deservedly have an edge over them. We have live dealer games that offer a realistic experience. We have the option to earn the iron bar token by playing certain games on the platform or by viewing ads. We'll be adding a huge range of new games and providers and functionality. Most games allow users to keep complete custody of their funds, high industry payouts, and mining competition to drive gaming revenue. Serve video ads and get rewarded, bet and play during live sporting events, watch live sports and get rewarded in iron bars, virtual reality games, dividend payout in multiple currencies like TRX, RN, USDT, third-party developers to build on the platform. The business model involves a daily share of revenue, with users not only encourages players to return, also gives the users a stake in the platform's success. Fiat on ramps, retention features. These include daily tasks, challenges, and leaderboards to drive engagement amongst its users. Players can spend TRX as well as freeze or lock their tokens. This activity is reinforced with regular jackpot special events, which provide the opportunity for even higher payouts. How are the tokens valued? The iron token, which is a security token, will be valued at $1 USD per token for private sale. The tokens will gain value based on the perception of the investors of the strength of the online gambling industry, performance of peers, performance of SPARTRON games, dividend model, brand awareness, and profitability of the casino. The iron bar token will be mined by players by placing bets for TRX and watching short video ads before the live dealer games begin and before live sport events start. All token holders will earn dividends from every lost bet, and the more token players freeze on SPARTRON Casino, the greater the share will be in the overall casino revenue. How has the changing times and the current global environment that we are facing affected the Tron casino market? Well, in times when most industries are, facing a lot of hiccups, retrenchments, and this is a particular industry, which is an online gambling industry, which has been fairly recession-proof. So this is quite evident from the the turnover, which can be demonstrated on the screen here. This has been generated as of today from DAPS Radar, and you can see that actually most of these top casinos are putting up very positive figures. There has been a bit of dip on the users or the members usage, but obviously that is something that can be targeted and overcome. So this is the way the funds are going to be allocated. We will be mostly sort of utilizing the funds to meet with technology development, operational costs, marketing, licenses and compliance, and company and market making. These are the products we have lined up. And in fact, we already have LOIs, which with a few of the live dealers, which we were happy to share if you show the interest. We have live sports, betting, esports, live dealer, games, virtual slots, mining games, and VR games. So we are in total, we are issuing about 100 million iron bar tokens and iron coin tokens. There is going to be a concept of bounty and dividend options and SPARTRON in-house mining games. What makes SPARTRON different from others? We have a decentralized platform, instant gaming, blockchain, innovative blockchain-based games, provably fair incentivification, sports betting, rich live dealer gaming experience, rewards-based proof of playing mechanism, and access to new markets. So this is the roadmap of how we have evolved and how we are intending to evolve the casino. So we started in January, March 2020 with the concept stage and building of the iron coin. We have focused on securing industry partnerships between April, June 2020. Moving on, by July 2020, we helped to start with the development of SPARTRON Casino's in-house mining games, because we already have the tie-ups in place. Then we are going to move to launch the in-house mining games and iron bar tokens, launch live dealer games, launch live sports betting games, where players can bet TRX on live sports before and during the games, launch the casino club suite, launch mining competitions, have global sponsorships, host globe tournaments and events with VIP tickets. Casino Club Suite in November 2020, launch draws of premium prizes for iron bar holders. By December 2020, we're looking at global sponsorship events, support the crypto community by hosting global tournaments and events with VIP access for iron bar holders. And by January 2021 to April 2021, we are targeting to have all the gaming licenses from various jurisdictions in place. This is the team. We have Christopher Esprit, who's the Chief Executive Officer. He's a co-founding member and the brain behind the conception of SPARTRON. He's a thought leader in blockchain-based technologies with extensive experience in building online casino framework, sports betting, advertising, marketing, lead generation, and bringing channel partners together. Steve Pritchard, who's the Chief Marketing Officer. He's a founding member and marketing director at SPARTRON. He's responsible for global growth through marketing, gaming, advertising, and leads generation across all SPARTRON platforms. Kavita Pandey, which is myself, I'm the Chief Operating Officer. I have 30 years of experience in managing operations, insurance, and finances of multinational companies. At SPARTRON, I'm responsible for full project management, operations, online gaming platforms, human resources, finance, and investments. So we are offering a one-time webinar bonus. We will airdrop an extra 20% more iron coins if you take the action now. Now, I'd like to sort of conclude by saying that this is a very attractive project, and it is a win-win project for the investors and the players. We are very happy to share our financial projections, which are in detail, where we are showing what kind are available in this industry, and given your support, what is it that we can achieve. for you and for all the other investors. In addition to that, we have a valuation report, which has been actually put into place by an external valuer and auditor. And we also have a business plan. So we'd like to sort of put this across to any investor from the panel who's interested in, getting some traction on this project. Any questions and answers? I'm available, and so is my colleague Christopher.
Thank you, Kavita. And our next speaker for the panel discussion of the pitch competition is Maximilian. Maximilian, are you ready to present your project?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, yes, now we are on stage.
Yeah, can you present your project then?
Of course. So let's speak about our great startup. At first, I like to introduce myself. Since my name is Maximilian Jotz, I am self-employed financial consultant and company consultant since over 15 years. Yes, I moved here with my wife Irina to Malta this year for building this great company startup. And yes, my experience, I have a lot of experience in financials, in company strategies, and that's the issue why I'm the CFO and co-founder from BeFaster. I deal with the financials, the strategies, and yeah, let's come to Irina.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, my name is Irina Manilic. I'm a lawyer and the CEO and co-founder of BeFaster. I'm responsible for all the stuff about law and about the quite difficult things that have to do with it. There's also another guy, Frank Schulze. He is the CTO. He unfortunately cannot take part in this pitch now, but he's also keep the fingers crossed for us now. Yeah, we are advised by Herbert Asim, the Bitcoin man, also by Tron Europe and Mike Thies, for example, some of the sportsmen all over the world that are responsible for our sporty content on our application. Our D application will be programmed by one of the biggest companies in Europe, by Exozet. They will fix everything with blockchain and technology and a nice design. And yeah, our law firm is KPMG Malta. So we have one of the best supporters all over the world for all things about law. And now we would like to show you our investors video to summarize all the important questions for you as investors to know what can you get as an investor from BeFaster and why is it one of the best investment cases for you.
So let us share our screen. Hope it will work. Do you see our screen?
Not yet.
Just a moment. Yes. Do you see now?
Yes.
Okay.
The sports industry is booming. Do you want to profit from it as an investor? The unique blockchain ecosystem with a rapidly growing community has special advantages for everyone. As an investor, you benefit from every challenge on the platform, every in-app purchase, every sold gadget and merchandise item, as well as every redeemed voucher. BeFaster shares 50% of the partial profits with the investor, depending on the size of their investment. The challenge system provides the growth. This begins with private challenges where runners can digitally compete against each other and extends to global challenges where runners can earn vouchers by running. Additionally, the users get paid for every step taken. These are recorded by a pedometer in their smartphone. BeFaster is a platform economy for companies in the industry which are offering their goods and services to the users. It's a circle. Users feeling well, so companies can sell. Find out more about this unique investment opportunity on our website. Be smart. Be an investor.
So
yes,
that's it.
Guys, yes. Thank you. Yeah, we developed with BeFaster a unique ecosystem in the base.
Hi, my name is Max.
Oh.
Just a moment.
A unique ecosystem in the basis, it's a pedometer that counts steps and reward the runners and users for the steps. They can earn vouchers, earn money. They can buy their sport clothing, nutrition, and all the stuff that is necessary for health, wellness, and sports. And on the other side, there are the partners. So we invented a win-to-win situation for everyone, for the users and also for the service providers and the retailers that can increase their turnover with their things.
So let's speak about our token. Actually, we have two tokens. The first one is the BFC, the Be Faster coin. It's only the in-app token, which can be mined by the runners, and they can purchase with this, and they can buy with this the vouchers and deals. So, and the next one is the BFCH. This is our special investors token. With this, you get the participation right, that we share 50% of our profits. So how much BFCH you have, you more earnings every quarter you get. So that's it. We calculate our costs that when we reach 72,000 users on our platform, on our application, then we have the turning point. So what's one more?
So in our case, it's not just about holding a coin, because it's common that there is a coin that is doing something inside. Yeah. For us, it's a little bit different. We invented something new that is completely new in the market, that you have a double effect. So it's not just about holding a coin and hoping that the price will increase. It's about getting every 3 months a partial participation rate of the profits that Be Faster earns. As you know, the sports industry is one of the most growing, even now in the COVID time, because the people are staying at home. They want to know how they have to do things. And also they are getting outside and running by their own now. Nobody is doing marathons, but in the future you can do challenges and marathons digitally, with other people worldwide. You can compete when you're living in Chile, for example. You can compete against somebody in Nairobi, in Kenya. So you can also run together. You can create a whole community. And while you are doing this, while you are running and living a healthy lifestyle, you can earn money and vouchers and save a lot of money.
So in the fourth quarter this year, we will be listed on the top 20 exchanges. That's our big goal. So you can imagine it's much work in this case. And yes, most important thing is that we have signed signed contract with the Samsung Galaxy Store. If the application is ready for ready developed, they will list us in the Samsung Galaxy Store with the key store, and they will make an advertisement for us with all Samsung Galaxy users from the S10, the Galaxy S10 and higher. So, cause Tron blockchain projects and others like us, we are on a Tron blockchain, have the opportunity, the possibility that all users have the same store, have a own store. And because of that, we will get very attractive on all Samsung users. And yes, we work very hard with the development. So the next goal is Apple, of course, the App Store, and then the Google Play Store. And yes, that's all the most important things. Did we forget something?
The funds that we are raising now, we need for marketing, for global marketing, because as you know, marketing costs a lot of money, and we have to get all the people worldwide on our application using the possibilities with Samsung, Apple, and Huawei, and also to get the partners on our application. So the partners could be, for example, the global players like Nike, Adidas, and companies like that. Currently, we are in negotiations with Nike. So we very hope that it will work out in the next weeks. And also other marketing partners, like the small one in the town, for example, a small gym. There are also partners that we have to have on our platform. And for this, we need the funds to make a global marketing, yes. And all the profits that will be gained in future by BeFaster will be shared with 50% to the investor. I think that is something special in the cryptocurrency industry, because the most are focusing on coins, on trading. But I think that is now done with the Tron Europe model, that 50% can be shared, is something very special. And we are sure that this will be the future, because it's something new and something great for all over the world.
So let me show you a short preview from our application now. I will share the screen, just a moment. I hope you can see.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so yeah, that's the preview of our application, that runners can earn coin, have their own wallet, can make challenges against each other all over the world. And that's the thing about the growth from our application. So can you imagine that, for example, we see, of course, what heißt die Mitbewerber?
The competitors,
sorry,
yeah.
Sorry, the competitors. So, we have competitors in the market, like Runtastic. Maybe any one of you knows it. From Adidas.
They bought it.
Adidas bought it for I don't know how much millions. So now they have over 400 million users, but it's only a pedometer. It's only counting steps. It's nothing with the community. It's nothing with vouchers and earning. So our goal is to reach 3 million users next year in the beginning. We will do a lot of marketing for this. And of course, the big goal is to fight against Runtastic with 400 million users. Because everyone has a smartphone, everyone needs to be healthy, everyone needs a better life, and that's our goal. So we need now the investments for getting bigger for the marketing, and we hope that you will cover us. Thank you, that's it.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So now that we're done with the pitch competition, I would like to ask our speakers to give their feedback. So starter Randeep, what do you think about SPARTRON first and then BeFaster? So we go in that order. Thank you.
So, I mean, I like the idea for SPARTRON. I've actually advised a couple of blockchain-based casinos. Of course, the challenges are, one thing I didn't understand is with regards to the live dealer, how does that work? Are they all in one physical location, or can they be anywhere in the world? How does that work?
Hi, my name is Chris, CEO here. Hi, Randeep. Basically, the way it works is our live dealers are based on suppliers. So our suppliers have international live dealer studios all around the world. So it doesn't matter of a specific time zone. It's irrelevant of the kind of interest that people have basically got as a specific language. We can supply any language and supply any.
Okay, so that is found out.
Absolutely. Yeah. We have a very strong partner called TVBet for that. And we've just done a very good, successful partnership with them, of which they're going to use us for in their marketing regime as well, because they feel that the blockchain is something they've never done. So they're looking forward to being able to tokenize that as an extra to keep extra players.
So one other question I had with regards it, I don't, and please forgive me if this was mentioned and I missed it. What portion of your revenue or profits are going to be distributed to token holders?
Kavita can answer the financials for you.
So basically, Randeep, the way this will work is that we will have what is called the tokens, the iron bars, right? So iron bar gets mined as they are doing like it's a proof of play sort of mechanism. So as they're watching ads or they're playing games, it'll continue being mined. And those iron bars can actually then be converted into TRX, which is again convertible into fiat. But in addition to that, they'll be getting dividends, I mean, the exact sort of pot is not yet worked out, but it is going to be a very handsome dividend. We have covered it in our financials. We are happy to share our financial projections with you, which covers, the dividend payout and, what have you. But it's going to be very, very attractive, undoubtedly.
Okay.
And
overall, I like what you guys have done. I feel like, and please tell me if this was deliberate. I feel like you've kind of taken the best of like the blockchain online casinos and melded that with a lot of the advantages of a physical in-person casino. Like,
the intention is to have that disruption. So to give you an idea, if we're watching a Mike Tyson boxing match and he was fighting back in Las Vegas, people would be doing pay-per-view. We're going to basically turn it on its head and do paid per view. So every time you watch a sport, every time you participate in watching it or gambling, you're actually making money because you're freezing tokens, you're earning dividends. And this was one question that was coming to one of our big suppliers called Sports Trader, and they couldn't believe the fact that this actually exists. So these guys are responsible for supplying global national television sports all over the world across multiple different sport vectors. And what they basically said is, the way that we would work it is anybody, even if they didn't want to come and participate as gaming players, they could come and watch the sport with us, bear it be World Cup, whatever, and actually have a retention because they were rewarded for watching it. Kind of like what YouTube do, but we never get compensated for it. We didn't want to do that. We wanted to do a paid per view rather than a pay per view model.
Okay, and I assume what you pay out is less than what you're getting from it.
So the beauty of it, we basically tied into the Tron network, which means that TRX is what you freeze, TRX is what you get the reward for, and the mining of it is exactly the same thing. So even if they didn't want to hold the bar at the weekend, they could quite easily sell it on any exchange, such as LATOKEN, and various other exchanges we'll be in negotiation with, and liquidate it and turn it into their local currency. So it's an opportunity to monetize their time in real time.
Yeah, I mean, just to elaborate on that answer, I mean, Randeep, you asked the question, are they getting more than? Obviously, this is actually just designed more for the players and the investors, and that will be very evident from the financials that we share with you, that the management share is quite minuscule compared to what we are sharing with the industry and with the players.
You know what? Interesting thing. Again, like I said, like I've been down this road a couple of times now. What's interesting is legally, and I'm not sure, there may not be an answer there, but a lot of online casino regulators are concerned with where is your server physically, right? And then if you're using a blockchain, that complicates the question a lot, right? Naturally, your server is everywhere and nowhere, which is something regulators don't love to hear, as far as I can tell. So that is a challenge I see.
But the governance, that's true. But we've obviously looked into the legals. We've got that to supply as well in the business plan. But the way that the actual framework is looked at right now, kind of bird's eye view, is this is an online platform, whatever currency, it really doesn't matter as long as you're regulated in that framework. So the reward system externally is just a bonus to the original system, which is the currency. So as long as we maintain that legality and stay within our, our remit and keep legal, we shouldn't have any issues down the line at all.
Yeah, and that would probably sort of be a concern for casinos which are unregulated. But for online casinos which are now, I mean, I would say in more bulk, they are going into regulation, and we are, as was evident from my slides, we are aiming at least a couple of, getting licenses from a couple of jurisdictions, which will make our reach more massed out,
Yeah, I saw the list here. Okay.
I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, exactly.
It did, okay, I don't have any other questions for you guys. Good presentation, thank you.
Okay, I'd like to jump in here real quick.
You stay on SPARTRON?
I'm Herbert Sim, the Bitcoin man. I'm a investor myself into multiple different projects. In fact, I've also invested into BeFaster. That presented earlier. Okay, just a couple of questions with regards to SPARTRON. Okay, okay. So now the thing is, this whole iGaming on blockchain is something new and yet not so new. Okay, there have been predecessors in the past, such as Bitwin, that actually raised quite a sum of money, and guess what? They just ran away with that money. So now the thing is, as much as you say about regulations, that is very good. I mean, you brought up about Curacao and Malta. However, I don't see anything live as of yet on the website. I'm actually interested in SPARTRON. It's just that the website is not live right now, and there's fine. No license, nothing to prove for it.
That's understandable.
So right now, everything is concept. So the concept is good. It's just that, you know, I think the users out there, investors are all right now kind of jaded already from the many scams that appeared and disappeared. Okay, the ones that are left standing are the likes of funfair.io. Okay, there is of course bitcoin.com by Roger Ver himself, such like Satoshi Dice. These are the ones that are already in the industry and working. They don't even need investments per se. Yeah, so that's what I want to bring up is basically, when is this whole SPARTRON going live? Will there be a demo for the games? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, sure. So basically all of the activity that will be taking place will be happening over the next sort of about 2 months, just short of. So the reason we've positioned that is because we want to make sure that the games we provide are solid. They are having that, you know, retention rate, because obviously we've got 2 types of models. We've got the model for the Iron Coin itself, which means that you have access and you're able to take funds from all of games that we do. So for example, it's not just the online mining games. So we have 2 coins. The Iron Coin means that if you invest in the Iron Coin, you have access to that particular security token, which gives you access to the totality of all gameplay. So each pot that's created is what's going to be a dividend back to that particular owner of those coins. As far as the iron bars are concerned, those are mining coins, which are coming off the TRX as well. And therefore, those particular coins will give you the right to have the dividends daily from dice games and all of the other games that we're going to be creating internally. So when that generates as well, I mean, that can be done on a proxy basis where you can just set and forget and get paid. That's basically what that model is. And of course, you're naming some very good brands. In our industry, the Wink model is very good. I mean, those guys successfully raised $16 million and had an excellent IEO with Binance, I believe. But the thing is, as I said, the most important part here is we're not reinventing the wheel, we're just perfecting the wheel. We can see where the advertising element would come in and where the benefit of people actually being rewarded for their time would come in. The reason the website is down, Herbert, and I apologize, is just we're just having some updates. We're fully visible on LinkedIn. You can see us. I mean, you can phone us. We're completely real. There's no risk there. The only running we're doing is obviously, the only running we're doing at the moment is anyone who's got COVID-19. We're running away from those people. Other than that, we're positioning ourselves as a very, you know, strong position, and we're looking for longevity. That's why we're going for the regulated route, because it will just give that peace of mind to our players to know that we have regulation behind us, as well as, you know, participating in the right rules if anything should change.
And one more thing.
I have a question for both the projects that are presenting.
Okay, sure. Go ahead, please.
Okay. First of all, I think both projects are, I mean, extremely interesting. Maximilian, I love what you guys are doing with Be Faster. It's really fascinating. I wish you guys the best of luck. A quick question for both you and SPARTRON. Have you guys raised any funds at all so far, or are you still on the seed funding stage?
I will go on. We raised, we have a very successful, for us, successful ICO in the end of last year, but it was only on the Tron Europe side. It was an ICO. We raised something about 250,000.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
No. It was for the start, for the first marketing, for this.
For founding
the company, the law and everything, the licenses, and yeah.
You have to know the Tron Europe, it's working like that. They have their own community worldwide, yeah? And you come to them and ask them for support, for marketing within the community, for the function between the own token and TRX. There is a self-closed system inside. So in this community, we made our ICO. And after the raised funds, we start to grow bigger and to go to international summits where we also get to know Herbert and Sunny also. Yeah, and then we can grow worldwide. So it's from little to big.
Yeah.
Okay, and what is your, I don't know if this is public or not, do you have a specific figure that you want to raise next?
Can you repeat, please? The connection was lost. Sorry.
Do you have a specific figure, like an amount that you're aiming to raise for the next series?
Yes, of course. We will raise minimum 2.5 million.
Okay.
That's what we.
That's our minimum.
And Maximilian.
So with this, we can reach our goals.
So this will take you to the point of generating revenues?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So Hadi, because you asked that question, is that a particular reason that you asked them?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Because I mean, I know what our investors would be interested in. And this is something that is very interesting. The Spartan project is also very, very interesting. However, my only concern is because we mainly deal with investors that are based in the Arab world. The gambling issue can be something a little bit iffy. Because it's not, I mean, it's not in accordance with some laws there. So the gambling part of it might be an issue, even though we also deal with a lot of international investors. So that's why I'm asking, because I know what our investors would be really, really keen on. And the second question usually is if there is a specific amount of raise that is asked. The second question that comes to mind right away is it against equity or is it for token only?
Can I just come in? Okay, so yeah. Just coming back to basically, you just asked a question on, what is the capital we've already raised, or so we have already had an investment of $300,000 or $310,000. It's there in our valuation report. And we have an additional commitment of $200,000. So we're talking about $500,000, which is already in place. Now we are looking to upscale it to about, I would say, from up to 7 to 8 million to reach all our goals and targets. We have done a very detailed financial projections, which will give you an idea of what, say, an 8 million can bring over a period of time to the investors and overall, what dividends can be sort of generated and distributed. Coming back to also one question that Herbert had raised about, what is essentially the track record and, could this be a scam or a high by night sort of operator? We are not in a business as a high by night operator. We've already done the investment. We've really scaled it up also. And on top of that, the parent company, which is the key sponsor, has been in the business with, again, audited financial statements and reports for the past 12 years. So this is not a business we've just gotten into just to make money and exit, We are looking into getting regulated for that particular reason so that we can win the confidence of the investors. Coming back to your question on the reach to Arab world and all, there is a list of restricted countries. Saudi Arabia happens to be one of them, but there is no way saying that Dubai is one or Bahrain is one. I mean, people residing in those jurisdictions have the option and the opportunity to actually, invest.
Oh, absolutely. You're absolutely right. Yeah. You're absolutely right, Kavita. The only reason why I mentioned that is that it just restricts a little bit the number of investors that we have in our database that we deal with on a daily basis, because some of them are from places like Saudi Arabia. That's the only reason why I mentioned it. But I really like your business model, and I think there's opportunity there.
Yeah, that's great. And I mean, I'm very happy to sort of share our valuation report, the financial projections, and the business plan, if you have an interest to explore this further, especially for your clientele. As you said, you've got an international clientele, not just restricted to the Arab world, but I don't see any reason why they cannot actually in all,
Right.
gaming and all. But obviously we can look into all that and we can have a separate discussion on this,
Sure.
Okay, great, excellent. So talking about jurisdictions, Ali, what do you think about both the projects, and what do you think about the Turkish investments? Ali, you're on mute. You there?
Yes, yeah. Actually, I like the ideas for both projects, and especially in the coronavirus and the virtual opportunity for the startup company that can provide something to the market and fill some problem of the market and make something virtually for the people. It can be a successful project, but there is some points can be followed by them. So if they can make good trust on what they are doing on their platform, especially in the casino platform, that's and also the regulation. That's Randeep has a question with them regarding the regulation in the country. So if they can fulfill these things and they make a good marketing for they are going to pay, for example, pay out with their own token. So it's if they can make a good liquidity for that token and for distribution in the market for the payout, it's can be a successful project. And in the Turkey, yeah, they love the casino, and I know that if they fulfill those things that they can gain investors in Turkey much, and I think it's an interesting subject for the Turkish people as well. About Be Faster, I do not understand their project very well. To be honest, what they are going to provide. So for example, they are preparing the tokens to, for example, I'm going to their application and buy a token to give me some courses to how to exercise, or what exactly they are providing in there. I couldn't understand very well from them their presentation. If they can answer this question to me, what exactly they are going to provide in their the applications, it would be very nice for me to understand what they are doing. But I know they are doing something good, because it seems so from both guys. So it would be good if you can fulfill my questions.
Of course, you're welcome. So you are not in our mind. You all of you are not in our minds, because we work on it since over 1 year, every day and every night. We dream about it. So please explain the circle and platform economics.
Yes. The USP is not the point that it's a mobile app. The USP is the economics behind, and I would like to explain it. As a user, you verify yourself on the mobile app and just start walking. You move all the time long, as normal, because everyone has a pedometer on his phone, yes? And this pedometer is connected to a mining procedure. While you are walking, running, moving all the time, you mine coins, yes? This coin is the BFC. This is the first one. There are also a second one. This is the first one. With this coin, you can buy things inside our application and also use it to buy things from our partners.
What are some examples?
For example, please?
What are some examples of the things you can buy?
For example, everyone from the industries that has to do with sports, fitness, health, lifestyle, everything like that, yes, can be partner on our page, on the application, I mean. For example, sport clothing producer, yes, offers his stuff, his things.
Maybe
yes?
a running shoe.
For example, a running shoe, yeah. And you can get a voucher while we are doing challenges on our, because it's very complex, so I have to shorten it up. There are also challenges. And you as a partner can be part of a challenge and offer your things, vouchers and sales. So as a runner, you get, for example, 10% off. And when you are using the coin you have mined by running, you will get another 10 or 20% off, because we developed a system where the partners can sell their things, but they have to accept our coin. So you are running.
It's very important to understand that. Look at, for example, Amazon. Amazon offers very often sport articles and everything, but can you imagine the company needs to pay Amazon 17% from every sold good and sold item. On our platform, it will be 10.
Mm-hmm.
So the most important thing is that the sports companies, the nutrition, clothing, healthcare, wellness, everything behind it, they have the possibility to sell their goods on our application. They have the clients directly on board. They need not to go. Oh, the baby. They need not to make huge marketing and advertisement. They save money with us.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, I understand your.
That's the circle, and also maybe the trainers, the personal trainers. I try to explain. If you are not famous personal trainer, you know there are a lot of them all over the world. So maybe they have not the 20,000, 30,000, 50,000 euro in the pocket or dollars for making huge advertisement and marketing. With our application, they can sign in and can say, okay, I'm maybe in Dubai, based in Dubai, and I only need advertisement in Dubai. So our application make it possible that only the runners in Dubai see this offer.
Okay, very
so he can scale the marketing costs. And if you say, oh, I will grow up, maybe the clothing company, I will grow up, then they can choose more visibility on our application and pay more, of course.
So yes, that is was regarding to the first coin, the BFC. It also can be used, as we said, for purchasement and also for doing challenges to earn after even more coins. And
the challenges. Sorry, the last thing.
And you are going to and how do you want to what is your plan for liquidity of these tokens?
Yes,
this is also the main issue.
This is much difficult. The companies needs to pay us for the place for marketing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So what they do is buy our token.
Okay.
There are several points where we put the token out of the market. There are, for example, the Be Faster game that is additional fun thing. It's not about running, it's about fun, where they can use the token. They can use the token also for in-app purchasements, additional to fiat currency, and they can use it to do challenges because they have to register for the challenges.
Do they buy these tokens directly from you, or is it from the open market?
Can you repeat?
Repeat, please.
When they buy these, you say they have to buy these tokens, right, in order to.
They run. They get it by running.
They get it by running.
And when they have to challenge, for example,
it's mean by exercising you will get a coin. So with that application, this is what I understand, and
yes,
by that coin there is a possibility into purchasing the things on your in your applications, whatever you are providing in your application. This is what I'm understanding from your points.
For example, if you run 10 kilometers, you earn 100 BFC, our coin, for example.
It's a nice idea. I like it.
So this is the mind.
What stage you are in? I want to know that. What stage you are in now, and did the application building? How is it going? It's
because of COVID. Because of COVID, we lost 2-3 months with the developers, of course. But we are now on a good start. We work hard. There are 9,000 developers in this company, and I think 150 they give us for the application, and I think it will be ready in the end of Q3.
But it also for sure depends when you can say, okay, guys, here you have a $250,000 more, so they will work faster. That's clear.
Max, obviously, can I just make? Can I make two?
Sorry, Christopher. Sorry, I have a question for you guys, exactly for you, but it probably Kavita will have to answer. Kavita,
yes.
What do you see as an exit strategy? This is a very blunt question.
Yeah, I mean, the exit strategy here is you get the iron tokens, which are the security tokens, and you have the iron bar, right? Both can be converted into TRX. You can earn dividends of it. You can convert it into TRX, sell it off, and exit. That is basically the easiest exit strategy, really. So the more you amass, so basically what you're building is you're building a portfolio on the iron tokens, but in reality, you're building the portfolio on Tron, TRX.
Okay, that's a very good.
That's which you can liquidate, and just exit.
But for you, where's the exit? I asked, yes, for the founders.
Again, the founders are going to have a certain percentage. So let's say there's 100 million tokens, right? The founders have, Chris, we have that, right? The breakdown, it's somewhere around 15 million tokens for the founders. So again, it's the same thing that, founders can also peg it to the Tron, liquidate it because it is on the Tron platform, and they can also sort of exit, depending. But it's all very transparent and visible in our audited sort of valuation report. And also on the business plan, it's very clearly sort of, labeled out as to
yeah, I didn't have an issue with your being transparent at all from your good presentation. I was just thinking in terms of strategic alignment with potential investors. Thank you.
The other thing is, of course, the more you hold on to the tokens, which is the iron bar and iron tokens, you have the potential of earning dividends. So so you can freeze those tokens and keep earning dividends, from the FOMO pot. So it is in the interest of both the promoters and the investors to keep holding on to it, because you can keep earning dividends, and the dividends would actually again be in TRX. So if you had, let's say, an opportunity, I don't want to be in this industry anymore, you can sell your iron tokens, convert it into TRX and get out of it. Or you can just freeze it, hold it, and keep earning dividends in TRX, and then exit whenever you want to.
Thank you.
It all depends on everybody's, ultimately financial sort of, I guess, financial issues and needs, whether they want to liquidate, go into some other business. But the point is that the main promoters, the main founders, of course, which is Steve and Christopher, I mean, for them who are the brainchild behind this is basically their baby. They obviously want to have that minimum commitment into the project so that it can be developed, it can be scaled up. There's one other point I just wanted to add. So the equity investment already has been about $310,000, and there is an additional sort of a commitment for $200,000. But we are looking for, some good, investors like yourselves, VC funds who can do the hand holding so that we can, in the course of next 3 to 6 months, actually develop, all the sort of different aspects of the gaming. We have already one particular sort of game that we've already invested in, but we need to kind of, and that's the dice game. Is that right, Christopher?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay,
so because just need to complete it.
Conscious of the time, I just want to make it very simple for all the judges. Starting with Hadi, if you were to invest in either Be Faster or SPARTRON or both, why would you invest, or why would you influence an investor? What is the reason? And I would like to hear from you. So 2 questions in one.
To be honest with you, I love both models. They're very, very different from each other, but I like both models. I would encourage our investor to take a serious look at both of them. At the end of the day, when investors look at a project to invest in, all what they're looking for is the idea a good idea? Are the people that are running the project the right people to run the project? Do I believe them? Do I think that they can do the job? And at the end of the day, what do I get out of my investment?
Okay.
So Any project who can answer these three questions clearly and confidently is very likely to raise funds.
Perfect. Thank you. Randeep, the same question.
Okay. Similarly, I think these projects both have merit, for sure. If I were to either invest or to advise somebody to invest, I would need a deeper understanding, which I believe is available for both of your token economics. Because at the end of the day, I'm buying a token because I want it to be worth more tomorrow than it is today. And how is that going to happen? So that boils down to fundamental finance, demand and supply. How do you keep people buying it on the open market? Let's say, you said, that the exit strategy is you can sell your tokens on the open market. You can convert your IN to TRX, but at what rate, right? That of course is going to fluctuate, right? How do you spur demand for your token? How do you keep it up there? That to me is the only open question. But other than that, I like the projects.
Excellent, great. So Ali, the same question goes to you. Yeah.
Okay, so actually, I also like the ideas behind the both project, but I like most the Be Faster. I like their idea. It's they think for our health and for our wealth. It seems they are thinking like this, but they will be successful. I'm not sure yet. I need to understand more about how they are going to, for example, when these tokens be minted by exercising, how exactly it can be liquidated in their platform. This I want to know in deeply, but I like their idea, and I think there is a way to work on it to make it a good application. It has a potential.
Fantastic, thank you. Good news for Max, Arena as well. Giampaolo, if you were to invest, which project would you personally?
Well, both projects have merits, of course. SPARTRON is, I would say, more thought of and structured at this point. I would probably go for Maximilian's team. I mean, much as it's difficult to say this, because they are fully invested as a family. They eat, sleep, and breathe it, and they have made it the center of their life. So for me, as a venture capitalist, that resonates.
Wow, I really like that answer. Thank you. Thanks a lot. So I think we've just covered all the judges in judging the pitch speakers of the pitch competition. That's fantastic. So because I just wanted to, because we have Ali who runs a crypto bank, we just want to touch base on that topic a little bit. How crypto banking is different from traditional banking, and why crypto banking is the future ahead as per you, Ali?
Yeah, all of us knows what is the current problem of the traditional banking. So in the traditional banking, for example, for the money movement case, which is the most important case in the banking, it's with the traditional banking, it take much more longer time. For example, if I want to send money from country A to country B with the SWIFT system, it's take 48 hours, maybe 3 or 4 days sometimes from the countries, for example, from Colombia to Dubai. So it's take a longer time, and also it's cost a lot, and you cannot risk, manage the risk of the exchange rate fluctuations. So in the traditional banks, there is such a problem that we cannot control them. So in both timing and the fees is the first problem that in the money movement we face the problem in this, and the paperworking. The paperwork in the traditional banking is a lot, and sometimes a headache for us. I'm the user. I am been the commodity trading with the traditional banking. I had the multi-million-dollar transactions with the SWIFT system. I know how the paperwork and how they work and treat with you the traditional banking. So and you have no. The bank has a full control on your asset and your money. So this is another problem that we face, and we are not actually the owner of our money in the traditional bank, and the bank, in my opinion, the bank owner of our money and assets. It is what I am saying. And there is why I'm saying the crypto bank is the future, especially based on our current. We have after COVID-19 pandemics, and we are a specialist in the Silk Road community, and we have done a good research on this country. So, what kind of problem that people have right now in these countries? There is a liquidity problem in this economy. There is many large Chinese companies are going to close down. There are many Chinese unemployed. Many the countries are getting poor. The companies cannot manufacture goods because they have lack access to the raw materials because of the liquidity crisis. So why the crypto banking is a solution? The crypto banking in the two, there's actually many other services that can be done in the crypto banking, but the two most important things that I want to address them. One is the money movement in traditional banking that can be done in a crypto banking in a best way. So the money movement in the crypto banking can be done very fast, easy, and at a very low fees. The fees is almost like a zero, and you can sometimes you can transfer the money in seconds in the crypto banking, and you can manage the risk of the currency fluctuation. So when you can send the money in a second, so you can manage that risk. It is one of the big risks in the money movement segment. And why another important thing is why the crypto banking can solve the liquidity problem in this situation after COVID-19. So the crypto banking and other services of the crypto banking can be STOs, security tokens offering. So by the security token offerings, that's what is mean. Security token offering is the digitalization of the traditional financial instrument, like in the bonds and stocks and shares, and many other things actually can be as a solid asset can be digitalized. So by the crypto banking, those government and companies can digitalize. Now the companies and government are asset rich but poor in cash. So by the STO solution, by the crypto bank, what crypto bank actually can do, they can create the investments. They take the asset, they create investment deals, and they digitalize that asset to a small investor ticket around the globe within the full cycle of regulated environments. So this is how the crypto bank can solve this problem, and and that's why I'm pushing and saying that the crypto banking is the best solutions and can have a very good future, especially after coronavirus and COVID-19. This is my opinion.
Interesting, very interesting, especially the cross-border transaction fees are.
Yes, yeah.
Their fortune. Thank you for that. So I would like to know from Randeep and Hadi both, I mean, you can just take turns. So what do you think about the future of IOs, STOs, tokenization, coming from an investment perspective, number one. Number two, and what do you think about our online sessions where we actually bring good projects and people who can advise, mentor, and invest in these projects? But what do you think about these kind of formats that we've been running Monday to Friday every day? So these are two questions. Please take turns. And
well, from my end, I mean, we've been involved in the blockchain industry for the last 2.5 years, especially from fundraising perspective. So when we first did our event, our first blockchain event, it was back in September 2018. And we did that event based on request by our investors. The investors came to us and they said, listen, we heard that there's a lot of potential of making a lot of money by investing in ICOs. But we've also heard that there's a lot of fraudulent activity within that ecosystem. So we want somebody that we trust, that they can filter out some of the project so we can look at them from an investment perspective. So that's how we started off in the in matching investors and startups in blockchain. That was back in 2018, September 2018. And the landscape between then and now has completely changed. I mean, our first event, most of the projects that were there, they were all ICOs. Most of them had absolutely no concrete product. They all operated on based on white papers. There was the valuation of the companies were ridiculous at that point of time, and there was a very concrete lack of experience in the leadership of these ICOs. And we've witnessed a tremendous shift and tremendous change in that landscape. Right now, most of the projects that attend our events are very mature, at least as far, not as a business, not mature as a business, but mature as the leadership of it, how far they are in actually formulating a final product that can go to market, how much work they have done in creating the business case, how serious the evaluation is, how much effort and money they're putting into due diligence. All these things that investors or serious investors, institutional investors, whether they are VCs, private equity, family offices, high net worth individual that want to invest in blockchain, they need that kind of due diligence to be done because they want to make sure that their investment is safe. So the type of project in the market right now, the maturity of these projects is extremely different from what it was 2 years ago, and that's for the good of the business, and that's for the better of the industry in general, because it is being taken more and more seriously by institutional investors.
Absolutely.
As far as the format of the show, I really liked it. This is my first time that I attend such a thing. Looking forward to future invitation from you, Sonny.
Sure, my pleasure. Thank you, Hadi, for giving your time today to our projects. Thank you. So Randeep, same question to you. Please go ahead.
Sure. Unfortunately, Hadi took a lot of the words out of my mouth. But
we can't hear. Yeah.
But yeah, that's the reality now. Is that when when I first got into this space, ICOs were brand new, right? And a vast majority of them were scams, right? Or even people who were not intending to be scams ended up being scams because they stopped the project, they kept the money, and they were just like, it's not going anywhere, and they had no obligation to give back the money. Again, I'm a traditional finance guy. I started my career in Wall Street. You can't do that with traditional debt instruments. So now, exactly what Hadi said, now there's a lot more diligence, there's a lot more rigor that goes into the kinds of companies that are seeking funding, and you're not going to raise $100 million anymore. Telegram was going for 2 billion or whatever those figures are. That's not going to happen anymore, which is good because now we're maturing as an industry. Much higher quality projects, very clear from tonight, and also very reasonable asks. But again, that's one part of the equation. The other part is now convincing the investment committee. As again, like what I mentioned earlier on, there's a lot of money sloshing around now in a zero yield environment that we are in right now. There's a lot of money looking for investments. They're looking for places to park it right now. And so this is a golden opportunity for us to provide them with that. But institutional big ticket investors require a lot of assurances before they'll pull the trigger. And I think as an industry, we're getting to a point where we can starting to make like real big institutional investors more comfortable. So that's my view. And in terms of the format, I really like the format. I actually like that it's just I've been for startup showcases where you're showing you 8 or 12 companies, and I'm like, by the end of it, you don't remember what's what. So I like that it's fewer. I like that we get to go deeper into the companies, actually ask questions, fully understand your business model. So I really like the format in that case, and I think it's a bit more intimate for you as well. Instead of having a room full of investors, it's just us, and we can go back and forth that way. I think it's a good format for all parties concerned.
Thank you. The future of cryptocurrency projects, IOs, ICOs, as long as the points that were covered by both Hadi, Randeep, and Ali, as looks bright. And these sessions are definitely helpful. I agree. I mean, I've got the feedback as well, but just wanted to hear from you. Coming to the projects, Christopher, this is probably your third time, Chris and Kavita, and Max. Just tell us what you think about these formats. I mean, how helpful they have been for you.
I would say that basically the good thing about this is it allows contact. I think one of the biggest things that was going to be denied was the contactability. So we're actually able to still facilitate exactly what we want, and and obviously be able to partner with that through this particular platform. I think one of the biggest things that's come to mind is, while we've had 3 sessions of this, every time we've had 3 sessions, we've had specifics that have come up, and we've incorporated that into our presentation, which has solidified our positions, made it much more stronger, and it gives us the kind of feedback we want, so that we can have a really good impact on the actual presentation itself. So as far as the actual platform are concerned, I want to say thank you very much, Sonny, for inviting us again. And Max, that was a wonderful presentation. It's good to meet fellow entrepreneurs at your level as well. I just want to say 2 things for you, Max, specifically. Your model, yes, you're on Tron, but you are pay per step. If you get that concept, people will understand. It will be easier to transcend what your business model is. And try and approach a company called Gymshark. They're big, massive responsibility. They're quite a small brand, but they've got a huge social influence structure where all the gym, people you see on YouTube and all the influencers would be basically good for you. So that would keep your margins down, but it would still give you the visibility you require.
Wow, fantastic.
Just want to put that forward.
Thank you, Chris, for that lead for Max. Thank you. So, Max, what do you think? What's your take on these kind of sessions?
So actually, we was very excited in the beginning what will happen today, because it was our first online pitch with the video, and we do some AMAs, of course, but yeah, and it's good for us, because actually we are now on summits or something like that, try to find to connect with people, connect with investors, connect with other blockchain projects, and so we are all one family in this case, in this blockchain industry. And this shit COVID, of course, makes it not possible to see us all. And because of that, we are very thankful for the pitch, that we get the chance to get more visibility with our project, with our idea. Because, there are you told us, there are so many projects out there. They say, oh, okay, I make a coin, and what can I do with this coin? You can deal it on our exchange. Okay, where's the use case? That's I'm investor too. Since 15 years, I make investments by my own assets, and I'm looking for what is behind the project. I'm looking for a use case. I'm looking for the founders, what they do, what experience they have. So today, I think it's not only good to make one coin or build a new blockchain. Our industry needs more visibility in the world, and this is only possible with good use cases, mass adoption projects, and passion. That's it. So thanks for the invite today, and let's look forward together to grow up.
Sure, absolutely, Max and Arina. Thanks for that. And your baby as well was there today, which is a great thing. That brings us to the end of the session. Thank you all speakers and attendees. I would like to now pass the floor to my co-moderator, Nadia, who is going to close the session with a few words about our VCTV initiative. Thank you. Over to you, Nadia.
Yeah, thank you all for participating, and I encourage you also to engage in our other formats, which is actually Startup Leaders Club, which we'll have in a couple of hours. It will be devoted to the business model pivots in the era of pandemic, Series 7. And we will also have a fireside chat today with Daniel Beck Dominguez, partner and CSO of Block Asset Management. So we have different formats such as roadshows, online competitions, keynotes, masterclasses, fireside chats, and Startup Leader Club panel discussions. So please look at our events and join different formats, as well as you can advise your own formats of interaction between serial entrepreneurs and VC investors. These are the basic participants of our VC community. And our VC TV is actually available 24/7, and the recording of this session, as well as the highlights, will be available right away after our live show. Thank you all, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you all. Have a nice day and stay safe.